We're talking about those intrusive little thoughts that circle around your brains. They just keep going and going and going. They come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And then more just keep getting added onto that until all of a sudden you have this crazy rush hour traffic going on inside of your head. And all you want to do is just take all of that, put it somewhere else so that you can just have a little bit of clarity. Focus on the things that you want to focus on and just enjoy life a little bit. Today, I want to talk about my brain dump journey or my brain dump system that you could apply to yourself to help you with that brain fog so you can have more of that mental clarity. All these thoughts that are going on in my head are basically unprocessed things to do, tasks, worries, or whatever that I just have decided not to deal with. And it's kind of like you're being haunted to a degree because these things like attach to you and they're just there to kind of remind you of, hey, there's these things going on. Here's these things to think about. Now, some are intrusive, some are made up. But once we can decipher what all exactly is going on in our mind and get it out of here and onto something else, like into a notebook on a piece of paper, then we can begin the process of processing these thoughts and trying to eliminate them from our imaginary task list that lives inside of our heads. So what I do is something called brain dumping. And I've talked about this before, but it's essentially eliminating all the rules that you ever have set forth for yourself in journaling and just sitting down and writing. Literally every thought that's on your mind, what you're craving for breakfast, what you're planning to make for dinner, what you have to do for work, the bad time that somebody kicked you in the knee in the 3rd grade. If it's in here and it's relevant in that moment, write it down. What you're writing doesn't have to make any sense. There's no grammar rules. There's no nothing other than just writing down what comes across your mind. And you do this until you virtually have nothing else to write about. Even if you get to the point and say, I don't have anything else to write about, then there you go, you're done. At least with the first half of this. Because I like to think of the brain as a great place for processing information, but not storing information. And when you have a storage overload of just a bunch of thoughts circling around the drain, it's really hard for your brain to process those because as it pulls one out to start to processing, the other thoughts kind of get in there and they just clog up the system. But if you map it out on a piece of paper by just writing everything down, then you can take that information, you can categorize it, you can create a to-do list, a task list. But what you're wanting to do is take all those thoughts and create an action plan based on the thoughts that you had. Let's throw out some easy examples. So let's say some of your thoughts are, oh, I really got to call and make a doctor's appointment to get my annual blood test results, or oh man, I really need to call and get my dog's nails clipped, but I know she hates getting her nails clipped. I'm always so embarrassed to go to the vet, so I keep putting that off. Those are simple things. In reality, they might not be the most favorite things for you to do, and those are real life examples to me that I have circling around the brain right now. If I want to stop thinking about those things, I just need to get those things done. It's not that hard to pick up the phone and call the doctor and say, hey, I would like to do my annual screening. And then call the vet and say, hey, I need to set up a time to bring in my dog to get her nails clipped. Although the experiences are not the most ideal things in the world, getting them out of my head and knowing that I don't have to worry about them anymore is just reducing my stress and reducing my thoughts. But until I write down on a piece of paper what all's going on and how to achieve it, I might not see that right away. But also, let's say there is something that's making it difficult for me to take my dog to the vet. Well, if I write that down as one of the thoughts that I'm having, maybe I write down the why. Because every time we go, there's always some type of issue. Maybe it's they can't clip her nails, or because she's panicked too much. Maybe we have to sit in there for a long time. Maybe it's because I have to change my work schedule. So if you start writing on the whys of why it's difficult to do those things, then you can start to realize that, well, that's manageable. And, I could look at all these other times we had bad experiences, but you know what? Maybe the next time we have a great experience. And then every experience after that is going to be great. I don't know that because we haven't done it yet. So you just start processing all the information. You are basically just taking all the thoughts from this big jumbled up mess in your head and put it into an organized system on a piece of paper. So you can go through each thought as you want and start processing it, writing out valuable information that you need, or just crossing the thing off your list because you get it done right then and there in the moment. And that's basically my entire system to find that mental clarity when it comes to having that brain fog and just a vast amount of thoughts going on. Is just to get them out of here onto paper and start working on them. Now, let's say there's some thoughts in your head where maybe there's something troubling you, but you don't know exactly what it is. Well, if you work through these thoughts and start eliminating some of the things on your list, chances are you might eliminate that thing that was lingering, making you feel kind of off because it was related to one of those thoughts. But what if it didn't, and you still are feeling that you don't have that full clarity, you want to keep working through it? Well, then you keep the journaling process going. You keep talking about how you feel. You keep talking about your thoughts, and you write down everything that starts coming up to you. Eventually, you'll start to connect the dots and figure it out. Another thing you can do is that if you do journal pretty often, and I'm not talking daily, but if you are journaling a few times a week or even monthly or whatever it is, go back and review your previous entries and look at that against what you're experiencing now. Chances are a lot of times you're going to find some connections there, and you're going to be able to see, oh, wow, this thing from like a couple of months ago is what's bothering me. Maybe I could work on that. I've made those connections. That's why I journal as often as I need to, and I journal in like 6-month increments, because chances are most things bothering me have happened within the past 6 months to 12 months. Definitely things that have happened before then. But when you can go back and review these things against your current thoughts, you're going to notice some patterns and these connections. And when you become aware of the things that's going on in your life, and you become aware of your thoughts and your emotions, all of a sudden you gain control of those things, and no longer do they take control of you. And then these processes start to work a lot better, and they become a lot easier, and they make you feel so much better inside and outside. And in a nutshell, that's my story, and that's my process to find mental clarity. Now, there's a bunch of methods out there, and some may work better for you, some might not. And I will talk about more on this journey as we create videos here on YouTube, because there are a lot that have helped me and a lot that have not. And just because they haven't helped me doesn't mean that I won't share those with you, because they might work for you. Whereas the process that I talked about today might not do squat for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Don't give up altogether. Just try something different. It's no different than going to eating food. You never know what you're going to like until you try it. And if you don't like it, the worst case scenario, you never have to eat it again. But no matter where you are on your journey right now, I wish you the best. And as always, be sure to create something new today.